Good evening, press. Afternoon, press.
Everybody needs
Somewhere. Ooh, look at this tiny water. Questions, please. Yes, you. Yes, you. Blue jacket. Tiffany blue. I love it.
It's not dressed for the finale. Good. Look at that.
Can I? All right. Hi.
Hi, thanks for being here, everybody. We want to start by saying that we're excited for the two-parter finale tonight and tomorrow night. So thank you for being here, sir.
Hi.
Any questions about love, sex, divorce will be met with swift aggression. That is a pre-warning for anyone who is growing courageous in this moment. Lock it up.
Hi. Well,
Let me take a new question.
I'm James from
Are
Brazil.
there any questions left now?
Yeah. And again, you're in the finals, Adam and Blake. And Blake has two candidates. What you gonna do to win?
I'm just gonna win and shake everybody's hand, and walk off the stage, crowned champion of the world and the boys. I don't know. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I hope that I win. Blake has beaten me many times before. Gwen's got somebody in the race who's amazing. We're all just gonna have fun and try not to worry about it too much. And I'll also win.
Thank you. Next question.
For fear of being beaten up by Adam, I wanted to know what made this season special. Is there a special moment or something that made this one stand out for each of the coaches as opposed to other seasons that you've been on?
Well, I'll tell you that one of the things for me personally is getting back to this particular combination of coaches. I mean, there's something to be said about every combination, and we're always weird to talk about that because I love every combination, but there's something about this one that is a standout to me because there's just so much history here with these four coaches, and you just can't fake that. You know, there's friendships that go way back, and it's when you get to work with your friends like that, it's I mean, who gets to do that? It's pretty cool, and they pay us decently too. So some of us.
Yeah, it's awesome. Next one.
Yeah, this is Marissa from Arkansas over here. We're here for Barrett Faber. Blake, why do you think so many people connect with Barrett?
Well, I don't even know that people can connect with Barrett for obvious reasons. He literally is like the guy that lives next door. But there's a thing about Barrett that none of us can connect with. We just admire him for. The guy survived a commercial airline crash, you know, and he just anybody who experienced something like that and then came out of it on the other side with the attitude that he has about life and the way he pursues his dream, the way he works so hard. I mean, how do you not admire that guy, you know? So there's no question that, you know, anybody would look up to him. As a guy that actually knows the man, I hope everybody gets a chance to meet him one day because he's a really good dude.
Is there a little bit of a bromance going on there? Barrett said there was.
Take it easy, you know.
I try not to get romantically involved with my contestants. That's very unprofessional. Yeah.
He's talking about me.
For the three judges that still have contestants, can you talk about what it is about Jeffrey and Barrett and
Oh my God.
Lee and Jordan that makes them special and you think that they should win?
Well, for me, I feel like there's so many reasons why he should win. First of all, because then I win if he wins. And that means that it's the first girl to ever win, woman, whatever I am. And then, secondly, he is a one-chair term, so that makes him really extraordinary because it was kind of, you know, one person heard it was meant to be that he was on my team. He had no choice. And so there's that. And then on top of it, I just feel like there's not a lot of people that come through that have like incredible technical voices, but also have unique voices that if you heard them on the radio, you'd be like, I know who that is, you know? Because technically, sometimes it can sound like that could be great, but it could be generic, but he is not generic. So I feel like he should definitely win The Voice, and everyone should vote for him, and you know, whatever. I think he has a really big shot. I think he has a really big shot. Adam?
Yes?
I think he has a big shot.
I think he has a big shot too. Love you.
Blake,
Sure. Huh?
Blake, we're from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh, let's just jump on in there.
We'll get back to that.
Hey, I just doing some Blake.
Tiffany Blue was asking a question.
Go ahead.
Can we let Tiffany Blue ask the question, please? Thank you. Tiffany Blue, go right ahead.
No, the same question for you and for Blake. Why is it what's special about your contestant that you should win?
Well, I think one of the most special things about Jordan Smith is that everybody knows exactly why he's so special. I don't have to sit up here and talk about it because it's pretty apparent in every single thing he's ever done on the show, that he just exudes something that is kind of impossible to put into words, and everybody feels it. And so rather than talk about it, I'll just say I think everybody knows what's special about Jordan Smith.
That's a good way to not answer that question. Yeah. He didn't say anything. Did he?
I don't want to be arrogant.
I know. Too late. I think, well, I've got several to talk about here, so let me just start with, I'll start with Barrett since we were talking about Barrett. You know, like I said before, you know, Barrett is a guy that, I don't know anybody that works harder than that guy at being better all the time. I mean, he's literally, Barrett having my email is equivalent to you know, .com company that's trying to sell me something every 5 minutes. Yeah, I mean, he's constantly emailing me with ideas and thoughts, and what do you think about this? He's constantly thinking about how he can be better at what he wants to do. And so that's one of the reasons I think he should win The Voice, you know, because he works so hard at this. He's not lazy about anything he does. And I'll tell you that Emily Ann, she just naturally, first of all, she just has so much talent. I mean, what an amazing country singer that girl is. I've yet to hear her hit a bad note, to make a mistake. She also works very hard. And I'll say this too, she has as much potential post The Voice as anybody who's ever been on this show. I definitely think she can go on to be a huge star.
All right.
Are we good?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blake, we're from Knoxville, Tennessee, WPI.
Knoxville.
We've been coming out for several weeks now. And if you could just hit a little bit more on Emily, because she's in our community. If she doesn't happen to win tonight, we're obviously pulling for her. Could you talk, you just did a little bit, but what her future is like, even if she doesn't win?
Well, I'll tell you this, Knoxville is going to get their fill of Emily Ann Roberts within the next couple of years, no matter what happens tomorrow on The Voice, which let's all keep our fingers crossed. Let's hope this thing happens for her. But she's already made such an impact on the music industry, and even beyond that, believe it or not, because you know what happens with these artists when they're on the show, nobody knows who their manager is or who their booking agency is or so us coaches are the ones that get the emails and the phone calls and the people who, you know, want to get to these artists. I get the brunt of that, and I'll tell you that I've never had more people approach me about an artist that I've had on my team than Emily Ann Roberts, and so, I mean, ever. And so the odds that you guys in Knoxville are going to be hearing from Emily a lot in the next few years get ready. It's going to be fun to watch this develop.
for her.
Thank you.
Rebecca with Access. So the last time we sat down with all the coaches, we were kind of trying to come up with a way to have Gwen stay for another season. So I want to know,
Here.
are we any closer to adding a 5th chair?
5th chair.
Why don't you just wait a minute and it'll be a new season?
Yeah.
We're on constantly.
Wait 30 seconds.
Before you know it, it'll be a new season. We'll just address that. We love Gwen. We love all of our coaches, and as we
Yeah, but as a
always
producer, is she coming back for season 11? As a
for 11.
Yeah.
As an authority on the subject, please.
I know, but as an
inform us.
executive producer, Carson, I mean,
Our chairs, we're like Iron Chef around here. Once you've been in the kitchen, you're always welcome back in the kitchen. So-
anytime you want.
Absolutely.
Anytime.
I'll see you next season, Gwen.
My question's for Pharrell, over here. Okay. Pharrell, last season obviously you won. What changed in your coaching style to leave you without a contestant in the finale? And then for Carson, why was there 5 eliminated artists last week instead of spreading out the eliminations throughout the weeks?
Nothing changed. My way of like coaching the artists is always to make sure that they're growing every week and make sure that confidence is at its best, because you can't do well if you're not feeling good about yourself and feeling good about the reason that you're on the show to begin with. But I have to say that at the end of the day, coaching is one thing, but it's really up to that person. It's up to their spirit being in the best place, them going out and having a good performance every night, and America responding and reacting to it. And so those are all variables that have nothing to do with me. But I'm grateful that Sawyer won last year, and I'm grateful for all the people that were on my team this year, but America makes those decisions, not me. So if anything, I'm just trying to, my method each time is not to win, it's only to make sure people leave better and change in comparison to when they got here.
This question. Oh, sorry.
What? Quickly, Ruben, to answer your question.
Oh, by the way, the answer to that question is to mix shit up. Next question.
We, about this time every year, everybody asks about what are we going to do for next year. So we had the steal, we've made some tweaks to the format. Last year was a conscious decision to really go all in on our artists. So this year it was actually much better for us to really, kind of double down on our artists. And so by having 9 in that last week, we get more performances, and it gives our viewer more reason to be invested in our artists. We're proud. We had this is probably one of our strongest seasons of our contestants. So we don't want to see them go. So we kept them as long as we could. Hence the big bloodbath.
And you can also call that, what, Blake? Mixing shit up.
Yes, ma'am.
Mixing shit up.
We heard you.
I was trying to fucking get Blake to say it. You guys are not on my level right now. It's really upsetting.
You are. Ma'am in the back?
Well, you can't hear me. Can we get him an earpiece?
Hey, this question's for
Next
Adam.
question.
Okay.
Adam, we're from Chattanooga.
Finally.
Yeah, we're here for Jordan Smith. And what was it that you noticed about him early on? And is it difficult coaching someone with a talent like that?
Is it difficult?
Yeah.
No. It's the opposite of difficult. It is
What were you able to teach him this season?
very little. He, from the first time I ever heard him sing on the blind auditions, I felt this like special thing that he had that I had never heard before, and I can say that I said that because it's on television and it's documented, sorry about that, my bad. And he just, it's really impossible sometimes to explain it, because yeah, he's technically amazing off the charts, and yeah, he can sing anything. He can sing the dictionary, it'll sound good, but to be able to do what he does technically and also kind of draw that kind of emotion out of somebody, let alone millions of people the way he does, is just remarkable. And it's almost like this was his thing, that he was destined to win this thing. It kind of feels that way, and it has since the very beginning. It hasn't changed much. And as far as coaching him, like, honest to God, my job's been really easy this season. I can't say that it had much to do with me at all. I think that I was very supportive, and I nurtured him along the way, made some song choices that I think that he liked, and helped him play the game, because that's what my job is. But Jordan Smith is going to win The Voice, and he's going to do it all by himself.
So I just have a question about, for all of you actually, have you talked to any one of the contestants about like fame and what's going to happen what could happen to them after the show? Because Cassidy Pope was here a couple of weeks ago, and she's talking about how overwhelming it can be sometimes where everybody instantly recognizes you, and you guys know this very well. So have you advised them at all about how to react to that, or?
Just tell them not to change. You know, that's why I tell people all the time, don't change. I don't know, it's weird to be famous. People, especially on TV, people come to the supermarket, 85-year-old ladies will be like, hello, Adam. And that's different. And I love 85-year-old ladies, but it's just really strange to have that happen. So I don't know, you just gotta kind of smile and you know, kiss some babies and sign some autographs.
Couple more questions. Pharrell, without a contestant in the finale, can you give me sort of your breakdown? Like, who do you think is going to win, since you don't really have a horse in the race?
Sorry. Come on. Throw it to me. Throw it to me.
Do the right thing. Say the right thing.
Don't make it do that. I think it's going to be a pretty serious battle. Just because I feel like the artist. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I think it's going to be a pretty serious battle because I think that this season is probably, when it first started out, I don't know if we were sure how strong our teams were and at the time and how strong they were actually going to be. But as the season progressed, you started to see really magical people with these really uncanny abilities just come out of the woodworks. And I think from the very beginning, since when Jordan sang on the blind auditions, I think we all knew that he was something different and special. Emily Ann was that way as well, because she had this really classic, country voice. It sounds like it's several decades old, and meanwhile she's only 17, I think. Barrett was pretty next level, and then after he sang and he blew our minds, and after he told us his story, it was just kind of wow, where the feeling and all that tactile thing that you feel when he sings, where that's all coming from. So it's gonna be tough, and I have to say, Jeffrey just creeped up out of nowhere. I definitely thought that Maddie was gonna progress, but I feel like there was something about Jeffrey's moments and Jeffrey's story as well that's really propelled him, and America just has a very serious rapport. All that to say, because you did ask me who I thought, I think it's very likely for Jordan. But if Emily Ann won, I wouldn't be surprised. And Barrett's up there somewhere too.
He's like, it's going to be one of the top 4. I can assure you that.
If I had to put my money on something, I'm going to say it's probably Jordan, just because, he's just had so many really crazy performances.
He's an unstoppable force of nature.
Yeah.
End of story.
Definitely a unicorn.
Exclamation point, heart emoji, smiley face, happy Hanukkah.
Hello, beautiful people. I know you all want to win badly, but there's no denying that there's some remarkable talent that hits that stage every week. So if you had to choose a contestant with someone else's team to win, who would it be and why?
Goes against everything
To
I
win?
stand for. So weird.
Contestant from somebody else's team to win?
Other than yours. So
Well,
pretend yours doesn't exist.
You've left me no choice here but to say win, because it's my goal in life to beat Adam or see him, or to see somebody beat him. So I'm going to pick Jeffrey. That's who I would pick to win.
I also would have to say that Jeffrey, he's a great singer. He's not on Blake's team. And yeah, but Jordan, but Jeffrey. Jordan, but Jeffrey. Jordan, but Jeffrey.
All right, I'm gonna ask a question. Cool, I'm Sarah from Android TV. I'm a big Jordan Smith fan.
Aha!
All right, so my question about you guys. If you had the opportunity early on in your career to be coached by a famous musician, like the contestants are, who would you want to be coached by?
Prince.
Yeah.
Blake Shelton. Just kidding. Oh. I wouldn't have let anybody coach me. You know, I was young because I was an asshole. I mean, I was very coachable when I was young.
Pharrell actually did coach me.
Actually, Pharrell. I'm gonna say Pharrell. Yeah.
Pharrell's really good at that.
I kind of wanted Pharrell to coach me, like for a long time. When I was starting out, I'm like, God, that guy's so amazing, he's so cool. Yeah, Pharrell. I picked Pharrell.
Wow.
I'm going to say Pharrell too. Kind of set it up to where I'll be a dick if I don't say that. Pharrell!
And what would your blind audition song be?
Two-parter.
Is that okay? Sorry, guys.
Happy.
This is like the Twilight Zone.
Mine would be like probably Holler Back Girl. Just imagine that for a moment, will you? That wouldn't work for me. No chairs would turn around.
Rump shaker. Say rump shaker. Trust me.
You're really going back.
Yeah, yeah.
Milkshake. I play
The
milkshake.
McDonald's
I do
theme.
milkshake.
The McDonald's theme song.
Da-da-da-da-da.
You know he wrote that?
He's the
But you didn't know that.
Hi guys, I'm Jen from Generation Radio and iHeartRadio. My question's for all the judges. Okay, so not everybody could win The Voice. What's your advice for the artists after the show? Like, what could they do once they get off the show?
I have a comment that I probably shouldn't say.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Yeah.
You know, I would advise them to go out and explore every resource they have to get the best record deal.
The best record deal.
The best record deal
With
they can
people who
possibly
really
get.
care about them and what they're doing. That's what I would say.
That's how I would advise them.
Really,
Wow.
the best record deal from the best label. Just really passionate and want to make it work. No, listen. The world is their oyster. Next question.
Hi, this is Kira.
I agree.
Hello. Kira from the New Music Buzz. You guys have been doing this a long time, at this point, season 9. At this point, what would you say? Is it really about voice, or is it really about the packages and how you guys actually present your contestants?
It's about the voice. I mean, it's about, it's about everything. Because you can't take one away from the other. It's about the show and what it feels like to watch it and what it feels like to be on it, what it feels like to be an artist. And the people that thrive and succeed do so because of their voice. And so I don't really think that's a question that has an answer, other than it's the all-in experience of being involved with the show that people really respond to. And it is about the voice, because without that, there would be no show.
Producer question. Hi, Carson. We talked about adding a 5th chair. But what about
What
having...
is this fucking shit about the 5th chair? It's like a 5th Beatle. Like it's
We
like
only have 4 chairs.
Yeah.
We don't have to make one.
What about 2 women in one season? We've never had that. We've always had the guys and 1 girl.
It's a great idea.
Gwen and...
As a producer, what do you think?
I think it's a great idea. There's lots of great choices out there. I think the minute Adele's done with this world tour, we're going to have a long conversation about relocating to Los Angeles. You know, we don't really book it like that. You know, we talk to. There's the good thing for us is that when we started there was a lot of skepticism about, even from all of us, to even do a show like this. So the good news with The Voice becoming so successful, it's really opened a lot of eyes to people like Rihanna, who was on the show. We've had so many great mentors aside from coaches. So the good news is that we have great options for the future.
But as far as the 5-chair thing, it's never gonna happen.
Thank you very much, Production Beckons, and we appreciate your support this season.
Jordan
Thank you guys
Smith.
very much. Thank you so much.
Jordan Smith, and Jordan Smith. Thank you. Jordan Smith.